Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Daily Video. Darren, how's it going today? Today, that was deja vu. Today we are having a chilled out Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. We are obviously hosting. So we got up this morning. I got up at 7:30. I got out of bed. I got up at like 7, and then like just chilled for a bit. Then got out of bed at 7:30. Came into here, sorted out my watched a bit of TV, then loaded up the laptop. I was going to say sorted out my video, but I didn't do that. I need to find a way of editing videos on the go on my laptop. That's what I need to do. But every time I get one, anyone that's free is garbage. And I don't really feel like paying for one in the off chance that I might be away from my main computer. So, it's irritating. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, what else? Yeah, so I got up, watched a bit of TV and the news and stuff, and then I started working away on my project. So I was programming my little heart out. I have quite a daunting task that I'm working on at the moment. Well, it's not daunting, it's just an annoying one. I'm not adding to the system, I'm changing bits of the old stuff. And the problem with changing old stuff is, like, once you've started, you can't really stop. And it's really like, it takes a different mindset, because like it works, it's nice, I like it, and then I've got to be like, no, rip it apart, Jamie, rip it apart so that you can't even fucking recognise it's the same thing anymore. And it's like one of the things where, I think it's a famous quote someone said, is fall in love with the problem, not the solution. Because developers specifically can get way too attached to their solution and not consider other ones. And I've reached a point where I need to consider another one, so I just need to get in there and stop like pussyfooting around the outside, like trying to tweak tiny little bits and just like fucking get my hands in there. I was doing that for a little bit, and then the girls got up, we had breakfast, and then the girls started to get ready. They headed on out. Once they'd headed on out, I got ready, just uploaded my daily vlog from the computer, and now I'm coming back into here to do some work again. I'm gonna get lots of work done. This week I've already logged 11 hours of programming, so basically let's just fucking rack it up from there on in. 7.5 hours is the target for this project, 10 hours is the target overall. My other project's kind of sat down for a little bit, the Xamarin one, because I'm going to rush in this one through, because I want to get this as far forward as possible. Anyway, so what am I doing? You know, for the past week and a bit I've been struggling to create my internal test runner and get that all up and swaggy. One of the problems I was having is that I don't have access to all of the DLLs that I need access to in order to actually run the test runner. Because when you do a compilation, it doesn't automatically populate all of the files that it needs to run it, because it assumes that it's going to be run on the computer that compiled it, and then have access to it by other means. However, if you do a publish, it compiles it and it drags in all of the stuff that it needs so that you can move that around. So you can move like a drop folder and put it on different machines based on different stuff. So, currently going through and changing my compiler so that it uses the publish command instead of the build command, which means I need to change because I need to point at the specific projects I want to build. So I need to point at all of the unit test projects and compile them. So that is a little bit of a change in mindset. Previously I was just doing one build and I had one thing that I needed to compile. Now I've got several different things that I could need to do, so I need to like re-architecture the system a bit so that I can save the information that I need to save and deal with these multiple things. So in certain areas create lists, and then that means that when I do the compilation I publish one thing. If one of the things fail, then all of them need to fail, and I need to deal with that and like consolidate all of the results into one big thing that can be then like chucked back out again. So that's the joys that I'm going to be going for. That's what I'm going to be working on. And yeah, it's literally just a case of just getting in there. But what I am also going to do is I'm going to update the Stack Overflow question that I posted with the answer that I had, basically. So, because the person that answered the question didn't really help a little bit. Well, they pointed me in the right direction. They pointed me to like what was causing my problem, but didn't pause me in solving it. Now I know how to solve it, I'm going to tell them. So yeah, fun. So I just brought my this keyboard into here to work, because this keyboard is supposed to be better than my laptop's keyboard, and you know what? I don't like it. Something about it just doesn't feel right. Like, I don't know what it is. It feels really disconnected. I don't know whether it's because like the keyboard is like there So I'm typing on it as if I'd type on that, but I'm making loads of mistakes. I'm going to go back. And I assume you know what that means, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? It means that I may have to get a certain thing, which I think they sell separately. Come on, buddy. One of these bad boys. Oh, man. Oh, man. Look how swag it looks. Oh, look. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, beautiful, man. I may consider this. No, but it also apparently doesn't have backlit keys. What is that all about? Come on, Microsoft. What are you playing at, buddy? I mean, to be fair, I never actually used my backlit keys. But, god damn it, for that much money though, Microsoft. Ugh, you don't even have a gimmicky touchpad I never use. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report we have finished refixing the compilation leg of the project. I'm about to start focusing now on the test running leg. But I've just thought that actually it would be useful if I could add on this extra bit of information. So I may go through and just add that on now, preemptively. Should be relatively quick, nice and easy. Which would just be a case of storing the... at the moment I'm storing every test project I get, I compile it, and then save the information about where it's like saved, but I don't save the test project that created that file, which is pretty silly. So instead of like, that's a bit stupid, so I'm going to add that to the thing as well. Also I have two lists and then have... it'd be better with a dictionary, wouldn't it? And have like test project, bam, there's your file. Change that to a dictionary. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to change that to a map. So now I map between the path and its thingy files, and then I can actually focus on my test runner, which is what this is all about at the end of the day. The girls are coming back sometime soon. I said they were heading back to the car earlier, so I'm just kind of waiting for that now. I've done a lot of work today, though, it's got to be said. I'm flying. How much have I done so far? I'm on, wow. I did 1 hour and 43 earlier. I'm now on 47 minutes because I had a little 20-minute tea break because my computer rebooted. And I've already done 1 hour and 24 this morning. It's like being at work all day. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I've come out for a bit of a walk. Getting cabin fever. It's been a long time since I've literally spent all day in, because normally Laura doesn't let me, but she's preoccupied with the girls, so I get allowed today, and it's driven me crazy. We've just had dinner and stuff, and that was lovely. We had Roman pasta, and yeah, we just kind of sat talking and things, and they were deciding what film to pick, and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna go for a walk because I'm losing my marbles in here. I feel cooped up, and it's raining, but I like the rain, so I had a nice lovely walk out in the dark, rain, in the cold. Oh, so good to get some fresh air every now and again. I believe, unless they've changed their minds, that they're going to watch The Big Short, or The Big Shore, which is actually a film that Sean recommended to me, and I actually want to watch it, which is relatively annoying because I was just going to excuse myself and do some work on my laptop. So, turns out we're probably not going to do that, but I might have my laptop at my side just in case it's a bit crap and I want to just casually convert the thing I've done today into a dictionary instead. You know when you've like developed something or you've made something and then at the end of it you're like, why did you do it like that? Like I have a list of I have two different lists. I have a list of project names and a list of compiled outputs. Why? Why did I do that? Why did I not have a linked list or a dictionary or a map between the two? That makes no fucking sense. And then I was just like coming to the point where I'm like, right, okay, so if I pass this string for the project name in both of them, I'm like, you fucking crazy? What are you, crazy? You out of your mind? So I'm going to convert that to a dictionary, which basically undoes everything I've done today, because I basically added two variables onto an object, and now I'm going to get rid of both of them and just put one there in its place instead. But that's going to do the job of those two. So that's my plan of attack. It's just figuring out when to do it. I might stay up late and do it, or I might get up early in the morning and do it. I don't know. I'm probably not going to vlog to you though after this point when I get back in. So yeah, that's basically it for today. Just think, like, Just thinking about how much I really like that car. I really like that style car. Like, it's so small and like boxy and sporty looking, but apparently they're really cheap. Well, like cheap as in bad, not cheap as in like cheap to buy. Suzuki's. I'm not very good at picking out cars, I've discovered, because all of the cars that I thought were good, i.e. two cars I really wanted, apart from my classic Mini, if I could, like, for my next car, or when I was buying the Renault, I really wanted either a Suzuki Swift, which turns out like isn't anywhere near the build quality of a European car, because it's Japanese, and it's like you're paying the price for something that actually is actually quite cheap for like what you could get elsewhere. You know what I mean? Or something I would love, because I think they're so fucking beautiful, is an Alfa Romeo Mito. There's really small Diddy Alphas. They look gorgeous, absolutely bloody gorgeous. They do. But apparently they're shit. So apparently they've got like no engine in them. They're really cheap and tacky, and they're really unreliable. So it turns out I'm like shit at picking cars. But not that I'm looking for a car. I was just walking past the car dealership, reminded myself at the time we were looking for a car, and I wanted one of them. And then I looked it up. So yeah, because like even like Renaults, I was like, oh, Renaults, don't trust them, they're French. And the Fiat Punto, I was like, yeah, Fiat Punto, like, it's Italian. Italians know what they're doing. No, they don't. That Fiat Punto was fucking unreliable. Oh dear. So, right, gonna head back in, get nice and dry, and watch a film / do some programming. I don't know. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's way past my bedtime. Everyone else is long asleep. We did watch The Big Short, or The Big Short. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was good fun. And then everyone went to bed at about 11:30, and I've been working. It's now 1:30. I'm about to head to bed. I've done all my refactoring, fixed all of my stuff to make it nice and play nicely as a dictionary instead of two separate lists that are different. Now I have the original list, and I use the original list to generate the dictionary. And then the compiler uses the original list, and the test directory uses the other one. So that's cool. So tomorrow we can actually do our internal test runner again. Yeah. I needed this information through, but yeah, I've prepped everything that needs to be prepped in order to get the internal test runner all the information it needs. Now it's just a case of doing it. It's been a really productive day today. We have flown through the work. So yeah, I'm doing well. This week so far I have done, let's have a look, 15.5 hours of programming time. There's quite a trend actually. So since I got back from holiday, we've done 10 hours 26, 10 hours 24, 11 hours 6, 11 hours 37, 10 hours 17, drop down, bad, 13 hours 35, 15 hours 24, and we've got one more day, so I can guarantee there's another hour and a bit on there. Right, pumped. I'll catch you later.